That's gonna annoy me if I keep that cupboard door open. Close your eyes, bright. Classic YouTuber deep breath before they do a serious video. No shade. This is serious. Hi everyone, how you doing? Welcome back to my channel. This video is something I didn't think I'd ever have to sort of film or catch up on or go deeper in. I feel so naked about my rings. Remember to wash your rings and watches and jewelry and stuff through this time and normal time. Do I put my jewelry on? No, leave it. So this video is a very highly requested video. I touched upon my issues with body confidence and weight a couple of years ago, and the reception was amazing, as always. It's a very difficult subject to speak about. So I'm going to put some warnings in at the start. If this is not something you really want to watch or know about, I advise to just turn it off. But this is my space to be open and honest with anyone who wants to listen. This is what I've been through. This is real things. This is real life. And I do this for me and for you. Anyone who's going through similar situations that I've been through and still occasionally go through. It's great. It's great to know that someone else is going through stuff that you've been through. So, quick summary. I struggled with eating, body confidence, possibly body dysmorphia, and weight issues. So, it is a very touchy subject because everyone handles it in very different ways. Everyone has very different reasons, and everyone gets through it. Unfortunately, some people don't. I'd like to say that I got through my eating disorder, but it was very hard. For a long while, I wasn't aware of it. The people around me wasn't aware of it. I would skip meals, and I would just feel very pressured to look a certain way. And I'm going to get very deep in this video, share a few things that I haven't shared before, but I feel like I can. I feel safe to do so, and obviously in the hopes that it helps some of you. I had a connection with someone who I feel like I was in love with. And being in that relationship, being in that connection, interaction, who knows what it was that I had with this person? Who the fudge knows? But being in a situation with someone that you really like or love can be very intense, overwhelming, amazing. And sometimes you ignore some of the shitty things that they say and do because you cherish the moments where they're amazing, and you soon forget all the times that they've said stuff or done things. Now, hand on heart, I would never ever say that the main reason was because of that thing I had with that person. Never. That's not fair. I would never do that. But there were certain situations where I felt I wasn't good enough. I was getting compared to a lot of other people about what they looked for in a person, what they found attractive, and I was made to feel like that wasn't me, and I was never good enough. So, I went on this journey of trying very hard to look like someone who would be attractive to that person. I can't look at the camera, I don't know why. I've spoken about this to my friends loads of times. It's just very hard. As I was going through YouTube, and obviously having to see myself a lot on camera is something that you can't really prepare yourself for or get used to. Some people can. I can't. I find it really weird and annoying that I've got to look and edit myself all the time. Edit in Final Cut Pro, not in personality wise. You know me, I put myself down a lot. Self-deprecation is like one of my things. I'm getting so much better at that, But I felt like with that connection I had with that person, I was never good enough. So I put my mental health and my body through a lot of stress, and it wasn't good. People around me, oh, you look like you lost a bit of weight, blah blah blah. And because I'm so tall, it sort of like I don't want to say match my body, but I was really tall. I am really tall, and I was really slim, and I've sort of broadened out a bit. I'm still quite slim, but I can't physically watch old videos or old photos of me because of how different I look. I look very gaunt, I look ill compared to how I look now. These videos are obviously up on YouTube, so if you're curious, go look. And it's funny because sometimes when I meet people out on the street, they're like, are you Mark? And I'm like, yeah, because I look like a different person, and sometimes people are not sure if it's actually me because of how I used to look. So that roller coaster of a relationship, whatever I went through, when that finally came to an end, I was like, oh my God, I don't need to impress this person anymore. I can be me. I'm getting really ill. I'm feeling really dizzy all the time. I'm so lightheaded, and I hate the idea of eating, and I hate food. It got to a point where I was just like, I don't want to eat. And like I said, everyone's journey is different. I wasn't in a very, there are other cases of this sort of thing, very extreme, but like I'm saying now, moving forward, my journey and my feelings and emotions are valid. And like I said, I wish that person well. I had some amazing times with them, but also some of the worst. And I didn't realise that until I ended things, cut off. And those sort of emotions stuck with me. Like, I still don't think I'm good enough for anyone to be in a relationship with. I feel like that's why I put myself down a lot, because I feel like I'm always comparing myself to other people, because that's how they made me feel. And like I said, I would never blame that person for the reason why I was the way I was. There were many other things to contribute to me not wanting to eat and starving myself. But then I guess I should touch upon that. If you're in a relationship and the cons outweigh the pros, do what I did. Kick them to the curb, send them on their way. Ta-ta, it's been great. See you later. I will never have to go through that again with a person where I feel like I was made to think I was okay. You need to be with someone who makes you feel like a queen, a king, a prince, a princess, and a bloody anything. You know what I mean? And sometimes these people don't even realise they're doing it. But me, overthinking Libra, words hurt. You take in what people say. You take into consideration how people treat you. And it sticks with you. Like I said, someone mentioned the fact that I had a massive forehead 20 years ago. And that's why I cover my forehead. Because it stuck with me. I'm that sort of person. And I've got a fine forehead. I'm getting used to the, I'm going to have a new hairstyle soon where I'm going to have a middle part in, do you know what I mean? But once I moved on from that, I started eating very healthily again, and I was like, do you know what? I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to build up muscle. I'm going to look like Chris Hemsworth. It's going to be amazing. And I think I'm an extremist. So I went from very slim to putting on a bit of weight. Because I was like, okay, I don't want to be skinny anymore. I don't want to be slim. I don't want people to say stuff about me saying, oh, you're too skinny. Because I used to get that as well. So I used to eat all the carbs, all the bread, all the cakes, all the macaroni and cheese, all the pasta, and I felt happy. I enjoyed food. I fell in love with food again. And it was amazing. And then I was like, okay, I'm getting a little bit too uncomfortable in what I'm eating now. I'm feeling really bloated and lethargic, and my energy levels are getting low again, and it was just a very intense sort of transition for me to do. So basically, I obviously was working out at the same time, but I wasn't working out as much as I was eating, if that makes sense. So I wasn't really burning off as much as I was eating, and what I was eating was really bad junk food, because my mind told me, okay, you want to put on weight, so you go to that. Now I'm on a journey where I'm absolutely still crap in the kitchen, but I'm whipping up a storm. Salads, greens, like I'm having a treat with myself. Like I'm having like cookies and like I'm still eating like the occasional pizza and macaroni and cheese, but I'm not binging like I was. Two very different aspects of the eating thing. My advice to you, and I have no idea where this video is going, is just do you. I always say, be inspired and encouraged by people who have your best interests in heart. If you feel like someone is being a dick, get rid of them. But also, I feel like, I'm sorry, you have to go through these types of situations. You have to meet these type of people to be like, I'm never gonna be like them, gutted for them. I'm in a place now where sometimes I'm like, oh, I feel really bloated, I shouldn't have eaten that, and I do feel guilty, but then so do many people. It's a normal thing to have like a massive pizza, garlic bread, ice cream, chocolate, all in one sitting, and then being like, oh, I wish I never ate that. But for me, I'd probably beat myself up about it. The best thing I did is get into a routine of waking up, looking at what's good for me to eat, doing a bit of research, enjoying. It's all about the bloody spices as well. Like vegetables, some are nice, some are absolutely pissed. Just sprinkle them with a bit of paprika, a little bit of chili powder or garlic powder, give them a bit of flavour and you're good to go. I just want anyone to know that who may be going through this or who have been through this, that classic phrase, you're not alone. And I just feel like all these emotions are so heightened at the moment. I've had a lot of time to reflect over the past few years, and like how I've played things out. Should I have said that? Should I have done that? Absolutely, probably not. But that's about life. I handled some situations absolutely amazingly. But like I said, through this time, I haven't been able to reflect on so many things because I've had not many things to do. Like if I had a problem, or if someone was treating me a little bit badly, I'd tell my friends and I'd move on and I'd think about it all day, but then I'd forget because I'd go to an event or I'd go to a meeting and then I'd come back and I'd see that person, it'd all happen again and it would just get too much. I don't look back at that time where I was in that situation and regretting it, because I need stuff to learn. I need to learn, I need to grow, I need to make mistakes, I need to be able to look back and say, oh fuck, why was I like that? Why did I say that? Why did I do that? For me to grow into the person I am now. So many, like I said in like a couple of videos back, so many people don't let you make mistakes these days. They don't. You make one mistake and that's it, you're cancelled. Be online or offline. People just don't like people making mistakes now. Everyone has to be perfect, and that's another thing which I will not stand for, because that's the beauty of like learning about yourself and like growing up and experiencing these things. Obviously these situations are harrowing and they can have lifetime effects on you, but if you surround yourself with the right people, if you take some me time, if you like can get away with that negativity, I don't know, like this whole isolation thing, like I've been as real with you as I possibly can. And I think you guys respect that, and I respect myself for doing it, because it's tough. When you've got a lot of eyes on you, and people want to know stuff about you, and you know that it would help them, and you do it, it's like quite scary. But, like I always say, if I help one person, then my job is done. But yeah, like I said, I have never felt like I've looked better in my life. Sometimes I wake up and I'm like, ooh, but that's normal. I feel confident. I used to shy away. I was like, oh my god, I'm at my goal weight, and I didn't even know what that was. Like, I could fit in skinny jeans and my legs look really skinny, which I wanted at the time. And now I'm like, no, do you know what? You look healthy. You've got a glow about you. You can have a glass of wine without being absolutely smashed. because that's another thing as well, because at the time I was younger, I was still going out, like I was drinking, but I wasn't eating, and that's a massive thing as well. Don't drink on an empty stomach. I don't know what this video is. You guys asked for an updated version of it. I've given you guys a little bit more of what I went through and how I am now, and like I said, I feel very happy. I'm working on my exercise, I'm working on my body, and it's amazing, and I feel refreshed and cleansed. And like I always say, go through the shit to appreciate what you have. These times shall pass, regardless, in Corona or out of Corona. If you're going through something bad, it won't last forever. Just sometimes you need to get up off the chair and head out the door and make your own luck, make your own journey. No one else is gonna do it for you. And yeah, I love you guys. Don't know what this video is, but if it helps one person and it gives you a little smile, a little boost, then my job's done. Cheers to that. Nice little coffee. 2 coffees today. When do I ever have 2 coffees a day? Clearly today. Also, I've got a bar cart. Can you see it? It's so beautiful. When I do a next little vlog, I'll show you close up. But yeah, you guys know that I love giving you what you wanted, and this was this. Like I said, I'm loving the interaction, engagement with you guys more than ever. I feel like we're getting closer. And like I said, like, it's difficult for me to open up. It is. I'm the most emotional person ever, but when it comes to my problems, I close away, I shut away, I don't let anyone in, because I want to be that person that makes sure everyone else is 100%. But now, I've got to focus on me, and that's what I've been doing, and that's why I feel great. Obviously, the situation in the world is absolutely harrowing and terrifying, but there is a light at the end of the tunnel. We are getting there, guys. We're sticking together. We're focusing on each other. We're getting to know ourselves, which I really love. Like, we're getting to know ourselves on a different level. We're not necessarily being persuaded by the people around us, like physically, maybe online. But yeah, I hope you're taking this weird time as an opportunity to learn about yourself and love yourself, and to focus on stuff that really means to you. And do you know what? If you spent the last 7 weeks in bed binging on Netflix, great. If you've been up baking banana bread, having a little dance in the kitchen, great. There's no rules in life. Just don't be an arsehole. Bye guys.